Hello there, viewers, and welcome back to an episode of Thames FC with me, Dodd FM. And since we've last met, so much has happened. So much has happened. We didn't do a transfer stream this time around, and I decided to knuckle down, go through high and low of everything we could get, and still didn't really find too many. Reputation of 2.5 stars. It's a problem, viewers. It's not. It's the same as top division League One clubs. Still, it's a problem. It's not good. Which means our ability to bring players in is always difficult. But we've started the season very brightly. Some new additions have been brought in, and let's run you through a little bit of everything. So let's start with the released players then. John Pring, Kevin McCormack, Dennis Aden Iran. I think that's how you say it. Conor O'Kelly. I think he's gone now. Still wasn't sure. Just called him Dennis. You might have noticed. Conor O'Kelly and Andre Dazella. They've all gone as well. Lots of players that didn't really feature all too much. John Pring was here for a long time, though. He's now retired as a player, though, and for a period played a very long time for us. 9 years at the club. Almost had a testimonial. Almost. Now let's come to all transfers then. You can see 800,000 brought in, 2.3 million spent, and we'll get to that in just a moment. But let's start with the outs then. And Conor Dugdale, our third choice centre-back of last season, has left the club and moved on to Cardiff for £800,000. Bought him for a free, so I thought to get him some money for him after an okay season, probably a good move. It enables us to have a little bit more wiggle room in the transfer market. So Conor has left. Thank you for your service. Keon Harris has gone to Motherwell. I know, a player that has spent a lot of time with us on loan from Fulham. We eventually bought, and he's sort of featured here and there, but not too much. Motherwell will hopefully be a good home for him. He'll be happy there, I imagine. As we move on to Ken Salami, who's gone on loan to Gillingham. Enjoy that, Ken. A few other players have gone out on loan that you won't recognise, and I'm just going to be honest, aren't particularly brilliant, so we might check in on them another time. Maybe the release list next season. So now then, that brings us to the ins for this season. And typically, being Thames, we've gone for some free transfers, some loans in there, and a couple of big money signing. Well, a big money signing. Let's start then with Craig Dodd, who you can see there is a very good striker. In my opinion, a very good striker. 23 years of age, fantastic composure and off the ball, superb teamwork and work rate, fantastic mentals for a striker of his age, in my opinion. Great heading, finishing's good too. Physically, he's pretty fast. He's quite nice. Like, he's quite a good backup striker. He's not starting from you by any means, but as a third choice, which I think he probably is going to be this season, he's a nice option to have off the bench, I think, and especially to pick up as a free transfer from Middlesbrough. I think we've done all right there. I think we've done okay. Lewis Taylor has been brought in, centre-back option. Obviously, we lost Conor Dugdale. This is the replacement for Conor Dugdale, essentially. Third choice centre-back, won't start, but will be fine when he comes in. Marking, tackling, very good. Heading's a little bit on the weaker side, as was his jumping reach, but mentally pretty good, physically okay. As I say, back up. Now, the two boys from West Ham. We've gone to West Ham and got a couple of Matthews, M&M, we'll call them. The first of which is right winger Matthew Hutchinson, and the key words there, a right winger. That's right, we're playing wingers. This is our man on the right hand side. Then you can see great acceleration. Physicals are pretty solid across the board. At 5'8", it's hopefully going to just. It's going to be a mainstay of this team this season. If he gets injured or anything, that's a nightmare because I don't really have too many replacements other than Altidal, sort of him and Hutchinson vying for that right-hand spot. Dribbling's very good, crossing of 13, great work rate as well, good teamwork too. That's what we look for. You can see a lot of these players we try and bring in have good teamwork. They can gel together in the team, and you can see there, Matthew Hutchinson, a star in the making. Maybe. You can see there the Matthew Patterson, good heading, tackling and marking. Again, positioning's pretty good. Teamwork not so good on this one, but again, everything else is fine. Just what we're looking for. Physically very solid too. Great jumping reach. Composure is looking to rise as it is his anticipation. I think we've got ourselves a good one here. On loan for the year. We've got a history of loan centre-backs, and I think this one's not too bad. We're going to come to Oskar in a moment, because Oscar's Oskar. Now, speaking of defenders, a lot of people have wanted us to get a new right-back in. Kay Morris, of course, has been playing the role, but Ben Williams on loan from Watford, I think, is a step up in quality. Great marking and tackling for a fullback, and that's really what you're looking for. Crossing and dribbling, not too bad either. Physically very good, mentally very good. Ben Williams, 29 years of age. I think you can see he's been around a lot. So he's on loan for us. It cost us $900,000 to loan him for the season, but I think could be a difference maker in this team. Welcome to the team, Benjamin. Rob Tyke's been brought in, another backup that could also play left back, second fiddle really to Pierre, but again can play at left centre back as well as playing at left back, so another option. So that brings us to Oskar Oni, who you can see is the perfect left winger for someone like me. Fantastic dribbling, first touch, physically very solid too, as well as some nice mentals in there as well. I mean, work rate's not so good, but I'm not too worried about that. I think the sort of player he is, he doesn't need to be getting up and down. He needs to be focusing on attacking most of the time. 5'3", he's a smaller chap, to be fair to him. That probably comes up to about there on me, actually, now I think about it. But I think could be a real quality addition. Has just picked up the Player of the Month award last season. You can see 4 games played, played, 4 goals, got 3 last year in League One. It's a big step up for him coming to this division. 7 assists last season too, but an 8.38 so far this year. Is having quite the start to his Thames campaign, and that, Ben, brings us on very nicely to the start of the Thames campaign. We've played quite a few matches already, 4 in total. 3 of those are wins. A defeat to Crystal Palace in there, who are just a problem for me, but a 6-0 away win over Newcastle, and you can see the name of Pat Street in there, doing rather well. Renato Welterwink also with a hat-trick in the game, and yeah, we look pretty solid. And the reason we look solid, in my opinion, is the formation is this now. We've changed from the diamond. We've finally succumbed to the winger pressure from the comment section, and I agree that this is now the system moving forward that we need to start adopting if we're to be successful in the Championship. Whether we can use this system in the Premier League if we ever get there, who knows, but we have to try something new for a little bit. We've tried the diamond, or sort of a 3-1-2 system in the middle, but now we're going for that 4-2-3-1, a system that I've played in the past that I'm playing again for you right now. Of course, it could change and become isometric at one point because I get bored. Speaking of some of the players that are here, then, Pat Street and Robbie Edmund both return for another spell with the club. Robbie Edmund has been here for, it feels like forever now. 4th season with the club, on loan from West Bromwich Albion. We like him very, very much. Physically still very solid, improving all the time. Ignore those red arrows, improving all the time. And Pat Street, we've got him back again on paying nothing for a full year from Manchester United, is a very solid performer. Last year, 7.39. Started the season superbly well with an 8.07, and hopefully today, I think we're playing QPR, we'll see how good these boys can play. And this then is the lineup of the system we're playing, a much changed system too. If we look at the team instructions, we're still working the ball into the box, but we're exploiting those flanks as much as possible now. We're being more expressive. I'm allowing the players out there to be at the very best of their ability. We're playing a higher line. We're trying to squeeze up the pitch a little better. We've got fast fullbacks now. Our centre-backs aren't slow either. We've got to try and make use of that quality that other teams in the division don't necessarily have. And finally, I think we've found a system and a workaround that could suit everybody, hopefully. I feel like I've got really good squad depth now as well. Our bench is looking really strong. Ben Hur right now isn't even starting for me, but he's developing nicely. There's a situation with Ben Hur that I might address in another episode. It's problematic. I did tweet about it. I'll talk about it now very quickly. He's got a release fee in his contract. I can't offer him a new contract. His release fee is 4.4 million. If I try and offer him an extension on that contract, he fails to get a work permit. I don't want to talk about it really, it's stressing me out. But luckily for us, Renato Welterwink is scoring all the goals for us, and hopefully that continues today. This is the lineup then. Lazaro finally gets his chance to shine in goal. I'm going to back him. Luckily for us, we still have Sam Reid here, who is a more than capable deputy to him. Could arguably be the starting goalkeeper, but we've got to start giving Lazaro the game time. Williams, Patterson, Edmund and Pierre will be at the back. Of course, we could change Pierre's name to just Pierre. I think we will. Just for the sake of people that don't understand why I just only call him Pierre. Alright then, there we are. Pierre, left back. Street and Casper in the middle. Of course, we bought Casper in for big money not that long ago. Conlon to play just in front behind Welterwink, and Rowney and Altidal, in this game in particular, are playing on either wing. Altidal's had a really solid start to the season. Every time I've brought him on, he's looked really, really dangerous. In most of the games he's played, he's come on as a substitute. You can probably see it there. 3 times he's come on as a sub. Started 1 game, 1 goal, 2 assists, and is playing really well. While I do think Matthew Hutchinson is a good, solid player, I'm prepared to rotate them based on form a little bit, because I think with attacking players, you want the best players playing all the time, and if Altidal is proving to be a better player, he's also very good aerially, which we don't have that much of in that latter third, so I like Altidal. We like Altidal. We all like him, so it's fine. Don't have to explain it, he's Altidal. And as I mentioned before then, the Sky Bet League table, we are in 3rd position, looking really good. Oscar is up there in terms of average rating, and yeah, we've started the season really well. 3 wins, 1 defeat. QPR to come today, then a mid-table side as things stand, but it's very, very tight at the top. Take nothing from that so far. In terms of season previews though, for the first time in a while, top 10. Lovely, okay, potential here. In terms of player values, we're still quite low down though, so... Welterwink is worth 220 grand. The best 220 grand someone would ever spend on this player. He has got a minimum release fee of 7.2 million. Anyone can feel free. Right then, after all that chatter, it's time to get into our first game. This is at the point where I check to see if my microphone was on and everything was recording, because I've done that before. It is a warm day in Norfolk today. The sky's blue, and I'm sitting indoors with a really bright light shining in my face, so I'm hot. This is when someone from Texas tells me it's like 300 degrees and I should be lucky to be in 25, whatever it is. Actually, what is it? It is 25. I mean, it is 25. I had to Google it. Wasn't 100% sure. Okay, then let's see how the new boys get on. They've started the season terrifically well. I've been watching in 3D. Not for you though. I mean, that's a tease if ever I've seen one, isn't it? We're going back to 2D because that's what you love. That's what you know and love. The funny thing about 3D is that Rowney's tiny and Altidale's massive, so it's very contrasting depending on who's on my side in the winger position. First chance of the game though, and let's see then, can we do the business as the ball's put in? Altidale rises. We're playing. You noticed there we're playing Conlon behind the striker. We could have played Renato behind Ben-Hur, but the experience and know-how of Conlon so far this season has gone very well for us as a shot comes in from QPR, goes wide. But no, he's a really nice sort of pivot to everything in the centre. That experience is proving vital, I think, at the early part of this season, and hopefully we'll continue to do so throughout. We've got 14 goals scored so far. You saw from the fixtures, we're pretty prolific. As a corner's played in by Pat Street, it's cleared as far as Casper takes a touch. Oh, it's surely not going to count. Offside. The defenders combine. Patterson, who's got a head injury, playing him anyway because he's good. I think with this season, we'll try and speed through it a little quicker than the previous ones, just because you've seen the Championship season, you know the teams in the Championship. We'll try and progress a little quicker. If that's something you want me to do, drop a like. It's a great indication for me to know that that's what you'd quite like me to do. We'll move further forward. If we get to about 1,500, that is a yes, I think. If not, comment. Tell me why not. As we get to half-time, 65% possession, 9 shots, 4 on target. It's been pretty devastating, to be fair. We're no longer retaining possession. It's something I've done sort of throughout the entirety of the save. We're not doing that anymore, but we are trying to work into the box, which will encourage possession. So we're playing, as I say, we're playing a high line. Tempo and closing down are as they normally are, and passing is the same as well. But we're being a little bit more expressive. We're trying to get our wingers involved as much as possible, and then at the end of it, trying to work it into the box. That is the strategy going into most of the games at the moment. We'll see if it pays off. Essentially, I think our threat lies in our wide players, whoever's out there. Now, if the wingers can do something really good now, that'd be really good. As Conlon, as I was saying, calm influence on the team. Now, what's nice, we've got Hutchinson on the bench, we've got Ben-Hur on the bench, we're bringing on players that by no means make us weaker, which is quite exciting. Ben-Hur still gets injured every time he plays a game, so we're being careful with him. I think as we get towards the hour mark, Ben-Hur is likely to come on. Altidale's having a decent game, so there's no need to take him off, as Rowney's got a free kick. He's been a superstar so far for me this season, as Casper, that's well to hold on to that. If we'd have lost it, we could have been in all sorts of trouble. As Williams now finds Altidale, whose delivery is normally pretty good. That's it. Well, it whistled towards the back post, and now it's going to be a counter-attack, is it? Allen's in on goal. This could be QPR taking the lead here. Lazaro makes a big save. That's what he's there for. Having a much better start to the season, Lazaro, as, now I've given away a penalty, viewers. So, welcome back to Thames. Penalty to be taken. Ritter to take. Lazaro, the hero? No, he's gone for a walk over here somewhere. Well, we're behind. Ben-Hur's coming on. Well, to Wink, who's had a great start to the season. Hat-trick away at Newcastle recently. And now we're doing this. Still time to bring this back though, and so far we've not really got going, if I'm completely honest. We've looked good in previous games. This game, not so much, as Altidale links up, and now Pat Street in a little bit of space, looks to play it forward, but again loses out, and now Allen races forward with it, and there looks to be another chance for QPR. I'm a bit pissed off, viewers, I'm not going to lie. It's offside! It's offside! It's offside! Everyone rejoice. Altidale's having a pretty good game, but I'm thinking of making the change regardless. Again, Hutchinson's on fresh legs, offers us something a little bit different. 10 minutes to go. All right, can we get a bit of pride back as it's played over towards Hutchinson? Great first touch, burst into the area. Well, it looked promising, didn't it? We've been on attacking the whole half, and it's not worked. Robbie Edmonds gets it clear. Hutchinson now looks for Ben-Hur, who didn't actually make the run when the ball was played. And now, they're making it. This could be an absolute mess. Casper knocks it down to Hutchinson, and this could be our chance now. An equaliser wouldn't be too bad. Ben-Hur in on goal. That is, he's offside, but what a save. All right, chances coming thick and fast now as Rowney loses it, gets it back and loses it again. I mean, that takes some skill to do that, viewers. As the ball's played over the top, we should get there though. Robbie Edmond across to Williams. As we just calmly just get rid of this maybe, shall we? Lazaro, lovely. Look at that, calmness personified. Ball played over the top. Ben-Hur is racing on goal. Little bit of a mismatch down there as they're going to lose it. Are they in the middle? No, they're going to do very well and calmly get it out. That's annoying as we've fallen asleep in the middle, viewers. Allen in on goal, 2-0 QPR. Welcome back to Thames, everyone, where it was going bloody brilliantly before this. Bringing some, never get a second chance to make a first impression, boys. Bringing some really good players. Looked really good at the start of the season, and then we completely choke. Hutchinson on that byline, ball played in. Ben-Hur, Rowney, you score a lot, so He's very good at Oskar. Taking his time to get involved today, though. I mean, Hutchinson and Rowney both do pretty well there. Hutchinson on that byline, ball played in. Ben-Hur rises, actually heads it on almost as it falls to Rowney. First touch out of his feet, pops it into the back of the net, and there's still time, viewers. I mean, there's 5 minutes of added time. This could happen, and that's the game. QPR 2, Thames 1. Didn't happen. So a stupid penalty. I don't want to say we've bossed the game there, viewers, but we've bossed the game there, viewers. 6 shots on target of 23. 6. I'm not happy with the performance out there. They're all motivated. They'll probably be quite good next game then. Well, that's frustrating. It's really hot. I'm sweating cobs, whoever they are. And now my boys have embarrassed me. So, terrific. Thames now in 9th position, which is nowhere near as impressive as 3rd. Exeter are top of the table. How has this happened? They're just bolting through. Danny Murphy's in charge. So he's had a good World Cup. Oh, hang on, no, sorry. He had a good World Cup commentary campaign 18 years ago. Or 16 years ago. Maths are tricky. And now he's manager of Exeter. Looking good, Danny. Well done. He's just been at Exeter the whole time. Just doing different things at Exeter. Well, bizarre. Right, then that's going to bring us to the end of the episode. Do let me know then what do you think about the team we've now got. Are you happy with some of the signings? Do you think the formation's the right idea? And do you think the team instructions contradict each other? I look forward to hearing it in the comment section down below. Hopefully I will do. If you enjoyed today's video, please do leave a like. If you want to see some more, subscribe to the channel. And as I say, we'll try and speed through this a little bit more. So we'll come back to you around sort of maybe the Reading-Portsmouth game. Yeah, we're speeding through a little bit. November is what I'm thinking. So we love it with care. From me to until next time, I'll see you again very, very soon. Goodbye. I need a towel. I'm so hot. And seriously, viewers, the support on this series has been immense. Thank you so much for watching every single day, getting involved in Discord, Twitter, everything. Oh, so good. Hopefully we'll do it forever. Maybe do we have to do a new game? Can we just play this one forever?